just making this short video to talk about how important it is to do preparatory thumbnail sketches. Those of you who know me and have attended my tuition know I often talk about this, and it was on reviewing this little watercolour sketch with the bumpy sea horizon there. I thought it would be worthwhile mentioning it. Now, if you can hear a distant bell tolling, it's because we have a funeral in the village this afternoon. It's a soulful sound, but also quite soothing. Anyway, this little seascape, fence, beach thing. Now, thumbnail sketches, by that I mean little sketches. When I'm preparing a painting, whatever size it is, I always do lots of these because you might change your mind. Now, on this one, for some reason, I did what I often advise people not to do. I plonked that sort of in the middle. Now, it's much more interesting if you can get things off at angles. Now, here is one, for example, where I've really taken the fencing down and there. So this, the sort of focal point, if you like, is a third across, and I've raised the horizon right up, so you've got mostly the ground. Now this one is portrait instead of landscape. So what I've done there, I've made the angles even more acute, and again I've raised the horizon. So let's just have another little look at this and enjoy the ringing of the bell, for whom the bell tolls. Okay, so let's do a landscape, and let's imagine this same little beach scene with dunes. So I could start off with the fence really quite close, okay? And what we want to do is we want to arrange some levels. So, because we've got sand dunes, so I could take the fence up. They're not always the same size posts. It's going across, and then make the posts smaller, and then it looks as if it's going downhill. Okay, and you could have then, this is the path then going down, leading you down. You could have your fence posts from the other side coming that way, and you could have the horizon right up there. And if you put in a headland like that, that gives you even more idea of distance. Okay, so that's your horizon there, and then this is the sea line, the water, the waves coming in, and there is your fence going downhill, and here's all your grassy bits. So that's quite an interesting one. But if we wanted to go, say, portrait, we could make it quite different again. We could make this, here's all the grass in the foreground, so you're standing on the sand, you've got all this grass here, and we could have more, we could drop the horizon, which means you're coming up. Stick some posts in there. You're coming up, and let's put the horizon there. So we've dropped that down just below halfway, and then the posts again are going down and leading you then down onto the beach. And again, you could have, if you wish, some headland. Gives you that sense of perspective. So already you can see, you can imagine yourself, here you go, walking up here in your flip-flops or whatever it is, and then going down onto that beach. So really it is very valuable to do these thumbnail sketches. I know those are two different scenes, but okay, let's do that same one again and do it landscape. We've zoomed in there, let's zoom out. There's your headland. So we've come away from it. We've stepped back, okay? We've stepped back because there we're just coming over and meeting the fence and then going down onto the beach. But here we're standing quite a bit further back. If it helps you when you're planning something, literally come outside the picture frame area, or what we call the picture plane. I prefer to think of it as the picture frame. I think it's easier to understand. There's your fence, and here's your grassy bits. So you're much further away than from that scene. But I really can't emphasise enough how valuable it is to do little sketches first. You might be following a photograph, or you might be sitting outside looking at the view, but if you take different angles, you can make the scene more interesting. You're trying to lead the viewer into a story. It's a narrative. It's imagining, oh, I'm going to go walk on that beach and I'm going to walk down to the sea. This is what you're doing. You're evoking thoughts and memories, prompting those. So please don't go straight to a dirty great big piece of paper, because you might find you change your mind after a few minutes and think, well, that doesn't really work. I mean, I like that one because we're quite close and we go down, and I like that one. I'm not so keen on that one. What have we got here? Let's have a look. They're all similar, you see, all similar, but see how you can make such a difference with the same subject. So please bear that in mind. Landscape, portrait, zoom in, zoom out, take a section. I mean, you know, cut that off there, get rid of that bit, and there's another section. Make that longer and thinner, get rid of that bit, there's another view. Lots of different ways of looking at it, so I hope you find that helpful.